Ho, 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 or maybe not, depending on where life is bringing you in this Pilot Wife holiday season. So, in this show, continuing our series, we're going to create a holiday plan that's based on what you love from your past holidays, what the pilot loves that you can incorporate into the scenario, and then what the two of you and your family want to create together. If you don't have it, grab the Pilot Wife checklist over at pilotwifechecklist.com and listen to this entire holiday season. And as a reminder, this is a show from a few years back before I was doing the video piece of this over on YouTube at Travel Life by a Pilot Wife. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please enjoy the series of holiday photos. Welcome to the Pilot Wife Holiday Survival Series. This is part 3, and today we're going to cover creating your holiday activity plan so that you have exciting things to look forward to and can focus on what you have versus what is missing. An important thing to note is that I'm talking about the holidays, and I'm mostly approaching this from my own perspective. So I have a question for you to start with. What holidays do you typically celebrate during this season? And by season, what I'm mostly referring to, I consider the holiday season starting about mid-October. I live here in the United States, which means we've got Halloween, and then we move right through to fall festivals, to Thanksgiving here in the United States, and then certainly the Christmas holiday season, as well as other winter holidays. I'm from the Christian faith. I technically consider myself more spiritual and love taking in all different types of religious and other cultural celebrations, but I typically focus on Christmas just because that's how I was born, raised, and how I've celebrated with my family. But you can take these ideas and incorporate them into anything. So, first question, what holidays do you celebrate? And second question, what do you love about those holidays? What are the things that most stand out to you? All of it, all of the different aspects of the holidays. So for me, coming primarily from the Christian faith, I focus on hope, love, and joy within the holiday season. I love holiday music. I love white lights. I love the darkness and the essence and glow of having those white lights. I love specific decorations. If you come to my house, you'll know that I kind of go all out. I have a ton of holiday decorations and I love putting them all up. I love candles. I love the smells that accompany the holidays, from pine and cinnamon and pumpkin spice. I know a lot of people don't like pumpkin spice, but I do. Anything jolly and holly that focuses on the holiday fragrances and food, of course, food. So I'm going to encourage you to surround yourself with those things that you love, even if you do it just for yourself. This is huge because you have to love yourself first, right? First, love yourself. That FLY acronym is something that circles certainly in the aviation world. So surround yourself with those things that you love for you, to uplift you, to empower you, and to create that feeling inside of you that really truly is the essence and spirit of Christmas specifically. Now, as you do those things for yourself, certainly then that feeling that you have, that attitude, and that joyful spirit is going to be passed on to your family, to your friends, to your loved ones. So begin to think of some things that you can plan and plot yourself for the holidays. Now, I know for me, I moved back to Arizona, to Scottsdale, 6 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, 6 years ago. So actually, this will be my 7th holiday season because I moved right before the holidays. And the first thing I started with to reacclimate myself to the area is I hosted a cookie exchange. Now, the funny thing is I'm gluten-free and I don't have a sweet tooth. And I honestly could not care less, I should say, about cookies or any of that. But it was easy, it was well known, and I didn't want to have to spend a lot of time. I was still unpacking boxes and decorating, to be honest. I think we moved into our house on November 15th. So you can do the math and figure out that that was pretty quick. So I hosted a cookie exchange, had about 15 women came and we exchanged all kind of cookies. I froze a bunch of them. I set them out for the holidays. I took them to different people. It wasn't about the cookies themselves more than anything. It was truly about gathering and reacclimating myself and having things to do. Over time, I evolved that to a soup and ornament exchange because that more fit my particular style. I love soups. I'm a foodie. I love to cook. And I thought, let's do something healthy because so many people do a cookie exchange. So I just did a soup exchange. If you want details on how I did that, I'm happy to share those. Just reach out to me. You can email me at Jackie@pilotwifepodcast.com. That's a simple way to contact me, or just go to peakperformancehabits.com. and you can contact me through my website. But I did a soup and ornament exchange, and we had a lot of fun with that. And the biggest goal, more than anything, wasn't the soup, it wasn't the ornament, it was purely getting together with people and having that festive holiday spirit. I have been involved in wine exchanges before. I've hosted book club parties for my book club. Even if we didn't read a book, it's like just getting everyone together. I actually this year am hosting a Facebook group party. I am part of a Facebook group in my Scottsdale area, local women that I actually reached out to a few years ago. I joined the group when I was feeling frustrated, honestly, at Cinco de Mayo when I didn't have anybody to have fun with that particular year. My husband was flying and I was new enough to the area that everybody already had plans and I had nobody to play with on Cinco de Mayo. So I joined a couple of Facebook groups and met some new friends, and I never have any shortage anymore of things that I can do all throughout the weeks and the months and not just the holidays. So, there are certainly plenty of Pilot Wife and aviation groups, but sometimes it's great to find a group within your local area where you know people live near to you. Now, also look at events that go on around you. For me, for instance, in the Phoenix Scottsdale area, we have the Botanical Gardens. We have the Scottsdale Princess, which does the resort that does beautiful lighting display. We have zoo lights at the zoo. So look around and find out what events are going on around you, what concert events maybe. I know that we have been fortunate enough here that we very often get a number of holiday concerts that come through the Phoenix area. So again, look ahead and see what you might have fun and participate in that's coming near you. And then again, like part of my Scottsdale Facebook group, we have an annual holiday party. So I'll be going to that. That's on December 8th. I'll be attending that. We do a little gift exchange. And just a cool idea for the gift exchange, you can bring a gift, but also in your gift, you can include lunch for two, to where you and whoever the recipient of your gift is, you go to lunch and you treat. That's the purchase that you make, or it could be breakfast, it could be happy hour, just coffee, whatever you want it to be. And that's what I'm going to be bringing, because I don't need another candle, ornament. I don't need another thing in my home. But what I love more than anything are experiences. So also keep in mind, you can be the one to start these type of events. And I'm actually covering that on the next show. So stay tuned for that. And then certainly find other pilot wives. If you live in Hub and if you live in the area where there are other pilot wives, you already know how to reach out to them. Reach out to them and see if they are alone for Christmas, or alone for one of the holidays, or alone on a night that you want to go to the zoo to see the zoo lights, for instance. I'm just referencing things that are going on here in my local area, but reach out and invite people. And then one of the other fun things that I've always done with my kids, and even without my kids, is go take an annual Christmas Santa picture. One of my favorite decorations in my home is over 20 pictures with Santa Claus, many of whom have the same Santa in them, years and years where we had the same Santa Claus that I have of my kids. And then as the kids got older, we were in the holiday pictures with them. And I love getting those out every year and just reflecting and remembering all the joy that I've had over the past seasons, even if those loved ones in those pictures aren't going to be with me for Christmas. That memory, that spirit, and that love always remains. Now, I also love Christmas music. I mentioned that, and I'm still an old school CD girl. So I still have some of my favorite CDs, Kenny Loggins, Vanessa Williams, Luther Vandross, um, and then some collection CDs of a variety of artists. I still love putting those on the CD player. Yes, I know it's old school, and I certainly have my Pandora and Spotify and Sirius Christmas playlist, but I love putting those specific ones on that I've literally had throughout the years. And again, bring me back to the memories of times gone by, times that are present, and time into the future too. And then I mentioned white lights. I love white lights. So I have 3 Christmas trees. I have an outside Christmas tree because I live in Scottsdale and we sit outside most of the year. And then I have a dining room tree, and then I have my traditional family room tree, but they're all white lights. And it's funny, the dining room tree, when I get up in the morning and I come out of my bedroom, I look straight into it. I have it set on a timer, so it comes on early in the morning. And all throughout December and the Christmas season, I have the joy of walking straight out into that and seeing that. And it always fills me again with hope and joy. And again, for me, those are the primary emotions that I focus on during the holidays. Those are the feelings and things that matter to me. And when I focus on joy and love and gratitude and memories and all of that, then I stay out of that anxiety or sadness or depression or any of that that can settle in if we're not careful and we're feeling alone. Now, in the last show, we talked about self-image, and this is so important. I hope you listened. I hope you took some time to write down your goals, but I want you to really focus on that self-image. Focus on that self-image. What does your self-image say to you about creating that amazing holiday experience for yourself, first and foremost, for your loved ones and your family, for friends, and anyone around you? Now, there's certainly so many other things that you can do from an altruistic, philanthropic way. You can donate your time, you can donate money. I know for years, my family, we've served at soup kitchens and served the homeless on Thanksgiving morning and then had our traditional Thanksgiving. We've done the same thing on Christmas Day. And those are some of the best experiences ever, especially with my children, to not take away, if you will, that's not the right wording, but I think you know what I mean, from their experience, but to add to it, to make them realize or allow them to see that not everyone is as fortunate as us, and that we can go a long way toward creating a good holiday experience and some joy in the lives of others. So take some time with that self-image. How do you see yourself showing up for the holidays? How do you see yourself enjoying yourself and showing up in a way that best serves you, best supports you, best uplifts you? And part of that self-image is the way we surround ourselves. I love dressing up during the holidays, even if I go shopping. I actually went to Costco yesterday and I had on a black silk top with a sparkly top underneath it, just a little shell underneath it. I had on jeans to go along with that, but it was fun. It was festive. I put on some fun holiday earrings and I went out, and it just made me feel good. And it brought me into the holiday spirit. It put a smile on my face. It was a talking point to talk to other people. So think about your surroundings as well. That's a big part of our self-image. Okay. And I talked about that in terms of decorations and things that I really enjoy. So even if everybody's not going to be home for the holidays, or I'm not hosting big events, I still always decorate for the holidays. And I do it first and foremost for me, second for those around me to uplift them, and just to remind myself of all that I'm grateful for, all that I have, even if the holiday isn't shaping up exactly the way that I want it to. So plan everything out as best you can. Have a plan for Christmas Eve, Christmas morning, Christmas Day and evening, whatever other holidays you celebrate, and consider getting yourself a gift, wrap it up, and put it under the tree. And then on Christmas morning, whether you're alone or you're with others, or maybe at a special time by yourself, open that up and think about what it means to you and how you'll use that out into the future. So that's what I have for you today. As I mentioned, on the next show, we're going to talk about how to be the holiday party starter, how to reach out to others, even if you're an introvert. Do you ever find yourself on the struggle bus with relationships, career, or life in general? I'm a mindset and peak performance coach, helping women rediscover their own sense of identity and purpose, avoid turbulence, and put their own oxygen mask on first. Together, we work to get you out of autopilot and create a better flight plan for life and relationship success. As a pilot wife for over 30 years, I've navigated thousands of miles and moments in aviation, mommyhood, business, and life in general. I would love to offer you a free call to see if I might be able to help you too. You can go to coach.pilotwifepodcast.com. And if you have a topic suggestion or a story to share on the show, go to ask.pilotwifepodcast.com. And of course, you'll find all of this at resources.pilotwifepodcast.com. Please take a moment to review and rate the show on whatever your favorite podcast app is. This helps the show get found by others who need what we have here. I'll see you on the journey, and thanks for listening.